You're live.
Okay. Well, we're starting up the fall a little bit here, as you can see here at Harney and Sons. It is the first day of September. You know, Alex, I heard you had a big event over at your family this week.
Yes, it was the first day of school here in Region 1 of Connecticut. And so my daughter's first day of school ever.
First day. First year. And John, you had
First day of third grade.
first day of third grade. Excellent. So things are starting to happen. When we're driving through Millerton here in New York State, it's looking busy. People are getting ready for the holiday. So the flags are up, and Labor Day is amongst us. So it's good. Today we thought we would sort of start to get you warmed up a little bit with the cool of fall. You know, tonight it's going to be 49 degrees, they say, which is a little chilly, but we're very happy. Had a little rain the other day, 3/4 of an inch.
Very little.
Well, I had 3/4 of an inch, which beats a kick in the tail. So it's starting to come along. Let's hope the drought continues to break.
Did you measure that at your house? You got 3/4 of an inch.
We got 3/4 of an inch. So
Lucky you.
lucky me. There is we rarely have wildfires back east here, but there is one across the river across the Hudson River in Minnewaska versus Minnesota. And I guess that means thousands of something. We're not sure what, because Minnesota means thousands of lakes. So Minnewaska means thousands of pebbles, I guess. But I've gone cross-country skiing up there, and it's a nice spot.
Verify that. Let's put John on it.
We're going to put John on it.
I know what fact checking.
What Milwaukee means.
Milwaukee. That means beer, right? No. So we're going to taste today. We're going to taste a little bit of our pumpkin spice. We might have my brother show up. We were doing something with our other side business, the hemp division today. So that was taking a bit of our time. And I just showed up at 3, right in time. John?
Sky tinted waters.
See?
All right, so I'll just say it because Mike didn't say it. It's Minnewaska means sky tinted.
Oh, no, Minnesota.
Oh.
Means sky tinted water.
See, John? That's why I didn't say it.
Sky tinted water.
But Minnewaska.
Could I have a glass of water, Maria? Could I have a little of water? Yeah. Frio. Yeah. And then let's see. Otherwise, Elvira is going over to Colombia to see her mother, which is always a good time. Elvira does our blending, and we hope everything is under control. Elvira, is everything under control?
I hope so, yeah.
She hopes so. All right.
I like that. Minnewaska means good water.
Good water. So min must mean water.
Yeah,
I think
so.
you're
Guess
also
so.
dealing with 2 different territories.
2 different dialects.
But Minnewaska from 2 separate Native American languages translates to good water.
Okay, so Minnewaska in 2 different Native American languages. Wow, that's very cool. That is very cool stuff.
It's
All right, let's
very
knock out
Waska.
some questions and some stuff real quick here, Mike. While we
What? I was killing time waiting to.
Why didn't help you kill that time? Angela says that's her favorite pumpkin spice. John says, hey, there are still 3 more weeks of summer. What are you trying to do to me, Hardy and Sons?
Well, we got to start it up when we can. So we're going to taste some pumpkin spice. My tomatoes are still blooming a little bit there in the back. We haven't had a lot of water, as we mentioned, so I give them some water every once in a while, but not as much as they normally might get this time of the year. Let's see. So we're going to taste some pumpkin spice, and then we're going to taste 2 new teas that came in the other day, Wild Wooyi and Fujian Black Plum. Those we're going to do today. So, Alex, any more questions?
Well, Candace says that she's ready for the cooler weather. And Angela, who loves pumpkin spice, is also in Minnesota.
Excellent. Well, we hope everything's going okay in Minnesota. I think I read that they're having the state fair out there. I know in New York State where they're having the state fair out in Syracuse area. I saw some pictures, I think, from the Minnesota State Fair. So,
Ilya wants to know what your favorite tea is, mate.
mate, well, I already have a mate. I'm sorry. But the tea I like a lot is oolongs. I drink a lot of oolongs. Most mornings I drink tea from Assam, a dark tea from Assam. But this year we have two things. My wife decided with all the heat, she wanted to do first flush Darjeeling. So we've been drinking some of the Maribong and Rishi Hot. And then we had a French intern for several months in our house. And somehow we accumulated a lot of tea that we normally don't drink. So today I think I had with some Lung Ching that somehow we had accumulated either during COVID times or during the intern. I'm not really sure. But Ava was a lot of fun. I got to pour some of the, now I got to get rid of this water here. Nobody's on camera, Alex. That's not good.
No.
All right, so this must be the pumpkin spice. They organized it here for me. It looks really pretty what they've done. I don't know if anyone's looked at it. John, have you looked at it?
I have it. Gorgeous.
All the stuff is gorgeous. You said gorgeous? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. Lots of gourds. We're going to get some real pumpkins maybe for the next show, but this one we have some nice props. So pumpkin spice was one that our friends at Starbucks helped popularize. And so we use rooibos, which I guess is this thing right in front of us. Rooibos is a grain that grows. Some point, John, we'll have to take a picture of the stuff downstairs so we have that in the stock file. And that's not Paul. Hello. So, and then we have rooibos from South Africa, which is caffeine free. It's a herb that grows up, a grass that grows up. And then we mix in some very nice spices. Oh, that must be the finished product. Okay, I was trying to see it. So this is the rooibos here, and we mix in two types of cinnamon. Cinnamon. And then we got the sweet cloves over here, which I'm not going to taste because they're not that sweet. But that cinnamon has a natural sweetness. People wonder about the apple spice and how it tastes sweet. And, of course, it's the essence of cinnamon that makes it taste sweet and spicy. And I believe this is to be nutmeg. And that's not cinnamon. That's nutmeg. We had just someone talking to us the other day about they were from they're from Jamaica, and they have a farm down in Jamaica, and they wanted to sell us their nutmeg, which maybe I'll buy it from her. So that would be good. Sorry, I had a little chewy piece there. So, the pumpkin spice has become big and big over the years. It's got, we just finished up. We do a private label pumpkin spice for somebody. What's their name, John? You can't say it. All right. So, we did that since started in July, and then it just kept going and going and going, and they bought more than they did any other year. And then our friends at Target bought a bunch, and then now we're starting the fall season ourselves, so we're selling it, and people like it. It's got the spice, and then it has no caffeine, so that's always good. Al, some more questions?
Well, yes, we have some more questions. First off, we had a little Ava call out from Alexandra, her twin. Birthday twin.
What?
In general, twin.
Their birthdays the same? Huh.
Jill says, ready for cool weather in Illinois. When will Gingerbread Festival be available again? And then Mary in Nebraska is also curious about the gingerbread tea.
John, maybe you could ping Mardell and ask her that question.
But why don't you tell Mary over in Nebraska a little bit about Gingerbread Festival?
I got to remember, it was a year ago. We didn't make it for the last year. There's Mike's rating, so it's got to be good. It says it's, I don't have my glasses, but I read black tea.
It's black tea.
With ginger.
What's it taste like?
I bet it tastes like gingerbread, which we're going to, ginger root and cinnamon, cloves. Don't forget the molasses. So the molasses was the thing that took us a long time to find the right molasses flavor, natural molasses flavor. So, and John, did we find out from Mardell what the story is?
I am waiting on a response. If you want to put that down, Mike, I can.
I don't want to put it down, John. Well, I don't want to put it on the spices.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm enjoying the cinnamon, I'll be honest.
I think you're enjoying it more than you should. Mike, have you ever done the cinnamon challenge?
Ooh.
That'd be a fun one to do.
What's the cinnamon challenge?
Can you eat a teaspoon of cinnamon powder?
Can I eat what?
A teaspoon of cinnamon powder without coughing.
Keeping it all down.
In what period of time?
At once. All at
once. You have to do it.
Chug it? You mean like you open a beer and you put a hole in it?
A spoonful. A spoonful.
Well, my wife says I'm coughing too much. I don't know if it's something from leftover COVID or whatever. So I don't think I need to cough anymore.
Yeah, we'll probably avoid the cinnamon challenge with you.
Probably enjoy that cinnamon challenge with me. Al, any more questions? We know no response from Mardell.
No, we can move. We can move on.
Well, gingerbread is coming up soon because the pumpkin spice challenge is. They just blended it today. What happened?
What's a pumpkin spice challenge?
Well, it's like the cinnamon challenge. Can you eat a teaspoon of pumpkin spice in a minute? Well, we could eat the sachet, but that might not be good either.
But it's the sugar cane, right? Yeah.
Some of it is. We're working through the problems on that. It was easier said than done, is what we found out. We're getting in a new sugar cane that's going to run a little bit faster, so we can use it a little bit more. Thank you, John. So they blended the gingerbread today. So I bet next week. Did you find that out, John?
No.
Well, Elvira knew it because she tasted it today. So it's going to be nice and fresh, and that'll be it. So the gingerbread will be out, and you'll be enjoying it soon enough. And the chill is not going to last. This weekend's going to get warm again, but it's going to be a good fall, we hope. So that's a little bit what's going on there.
How's the tea taste, Mike?
Well, first off, it's not tea. It's an herbal. My father would object to us calling it a tea when it's an herbal, but it is. I'm enjoying it, as a matter of fact. We also do something called African Autumn, which is a little bit different than this. So there you go. So with that, if there's no more questions, I'm going to move into the second part of the show today. Excellent, Alex. I appreciate you letting me do that. So these are two teas that came in recently, new seasons. We also just got in today is the new season of a lot of the Japanese teas. We have two vendors over in Japan, and they take a little while. They let the tea age out a little bit, and so today we got in the new Mist of Kiwani and Mountain Scent of Mountain, the Ichiban, which was made in May, is now ready. It was the first production of the season, and so that's now available. So we're getting a lot of Japanese teas in, and now we've got two different ones here from the Fujian province. So now Fujian is where they make a lot of tea from oolongs. And we also make jasmines, and we make white teas in Fujian. So they make a lot of great teas, and so that's some teas that we have here. The Wee Wild Wee, sorry, sounds like it should be at a water park, John, doesn't it?
Or Clark Outdoors.
Clark Outdoors. What's Clark Outdoors, John?
Wild and woolly.
Wild and woolly. We don't have woolly here. We have Willy. No, wild and Willy. Willie is wild. All right, so we have here then, we're going to start with the Fujian Black Tea. So Fujian Black is from the Songshi, the town of Songshi, which Elvira and I visited on our last trip to China. It's on the northern edge, and we get a lot of golden monkey from there. But that's from the Da Bei type of plant, tea plant. This one is from another tea plant, which generally makes it's from southern Fujian, but that's moved up over the years and usually makes an oolong. But this particular plant is an oolong plant that has been. Sometimes they make it into a green, and sometimes they make it into a black. Although it often is an oolong. It's kind of a bit player, if you will, in the oolong world. It's not something that would be found in Da Hong Pao or in a tea kuan yen. So it then is got some freedom. So when we made this, we found it. This black plum has a great fruity flavor.
Can we see what the leaves look like?
I don't know, Chica, do you have it open or not? Maybe she's gone to Colombia already. Do you have one that's open so we can see the Fujian black plum?
I have leaves over there. I just shot it.
And the Wee Wild? We just have to. You're busy, John, unless you want to.
Well, we can, yeah.
Oh, there they are. Huh. So you haven't left for Colombia yet?
Yeah.
We just need to throw it on in the things. Yeah, that's good. You go tomorrow? What time?
1:40
In the morning?
in the afternoon.
Oh, direct flight to
Bogota.
Bogota. You gonna see our friends in Bogota?
I might, yeah.
Look here.
Here.
Plum? John, Plum is first.
No, that's Uyi.
That's Rui. Sorry.
Uyi and Plum.
Sorry.
Hang on. I think not quite. Well,
We'll bring it in.
You gonna bring it in, John?
Not bad.
I think I just drank the pumpkin spice.
You gonna have the next
I go, that tastes like pumpkin spice, that Fujian.
No, they're only clear.
That looks nice.
There we go. I understand. I made a mistake.
Fujian Black.
We're all set. You go back to sleep. Okay. I guess Paul's not going to make it, is what I'm hearing, right?
That'd be my guess.
That'd be my guess. What are you making?
I special in your breakfast.
Special English. What's so special about it?
This is the breakfast.
All right. It's very, very special. So this is it. You can see it's a light. It's like an oolong, light color in that respect. It's not going to be as smoky as a Da Hong Pao. But it has lovely fruit and floral flavors. So if you think it's summertime and you want something still a little bit light, there you go. That's one to have. And then any questions about that, Alex?
No questions about that in particular yet, but I'm sure they'll come in a second. Meanwhile, Candace says African autumn is a favorite herbal of hers.
Excellent.
Going back to your other thing.
Excellent.
And then John, have you considered making a caffeinated pumpkin tea? Some of us need that pumpkin caffeine 1 to 2 punch. What you got?
Is that you, John? All right, another John.
Must be a different John.
I don't know. John's got a good sense of humor too, don't you, John?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't think we do a black caffeinated one, but why don't we think about it for next year, for the fall?
Why don't we think about it?
What does he think? What does John think should be mixed in it?
I don't know, but he's got a type of answer, that's for sure.
Oh, so it is another John. Is everybody here's that Candace up in the?
No, that's not Candace up there. Actually, I don't know. Anyway.
I wouldn't put it by her. Shucks.
Caffeine and pumpkin and magic.
Is that what you wrote, John?
I don't know.
Different John.
Different John.
Excellent. All right. So if there's no questions about the
There's no question.
Fujian Black Plum, then we're going to move off to the Wild Wuyi. You know, this is also a tea from the Fujian province. It's a wild tea from where they make lapsang up there in the Wuyi Mountains. And so wild means that they they pluck it. It's already close to wild up there because they don't really have a lot of. But this is a wild tea, and so it isn't uniform. John, you got it.
There's the leaves right there. You
You want to move it out of the way,
want?
and then you have to change the tin. That's it there.
This is wild berry right here.
Okay, so this is the Wuyisan, the Wuyi Mountains, and then up in the top where they grow the lapsang, they have this this tea, the wild Wuyi, and so it would be a tea that might be sort of similar to ginjame or something else, but it's made with a lovely black tea that also could be used for lapsang.
What can you tell us about the leaves?
I believe they're black
Yeah.
and they're big.
Hand rolled.
No, I doubt they're hand rolled. I think it's probably machine rolled. There's not too much hand rolling going on in China anymore. So they probably have one of those machines that looks like your arm and it goes around like this rather than a plate.
All right.
So that makes a twist to it.
Oh, okay.
On our website, Mike, it says it's an oolong.
Well, I wrote it, so that's got to be true.
I always thought that wild Wuyi would be like a wild lapsang.
It's a oolongish tea that's from the Wuyi area, and that's why it's wild. That's what's sort of wild about it.
Yeah, that's wild.
All right. Well, what's your question now?
Did we have a Wuyi lapsang though at one point?
Well, we've had yes, we have had Wuyi lapsang.
And that was a wild lapsang, right?
Yeah, there's no smoke involved on this, so it's a lightly oxidized tea. It's obviously blackish, so it's an oolongish, blackish. It's in that spectrum, Alex. Where does oolong end and black tea begin?
Okay.
So today's no contest, but we will be giving away 2 tins of the wild Wuyi and 2 tins of the Fujian Black Plum. You know, when you say black plum, you might think it's a compressed tea, but it's not a compressed tea. So you can see they're very similar in style, but there is some nice differences. Alex, might we have any more questions or comments?
No.
What's that for? That's for the special English breakfast? Sure. Bring it right over, young lady. If it's going to Columbia. We have going to have an Elvita sighting here on camera. She looks so elegant today. That makes sense.
No, the only question we had was why they couldn't hear me, and it was because my microphone had turned itself off.
Why can't they hear you, Alex?
Because my microphone turned itself
So
off.
special English breakfast is something we did for the Dorchester Hotel in London many years ago. And so it was, we had our own English breakfast, which had been given to my dad by Stanley Mason. And for the British, that proved to be too light. So we sometimes call this English breakfast. And it's a stronger tea with a lot of CTC. So it's oftentimes would need a little bit of milk to it. And don't forget the sugar. So it would be a stronger tea. And that's one that we're blending up for somebody. I'm not sure exactly who, but more questions, Alex? No. All right. Well, so you have to send me an email, Michael@Harney Teas, and I'm going to give away some tins of the wild Wuyi and the Fujian Black Plum. If you don't like loose tea, I can also send you some pumpkin spice with that, or maybe we'll do the pumpkin spice. And then we'll save the gingerbread up for another day, giveaway another day.
And Catherine Boyle said she would like to try the special English breakfast, or brekkie.
That's what we should do. Is that what the British say, brekkie?
Well, we do have the brekkie sandwich on at the cafe.
And my brother Keith one of our partners, Keith likes to use the word brekkie.
Does he?
So maybe that's a term. Good morning, Monica.
Afternoon, Mike.
Will you let the Wild Wooey people can sign up for inventory alerts on? We'll email them when it's available. It's not available on the site.
It's going to be available on the site in another day.
What is going to be available on the site? Because they can't hear John. Then
John, they can't hear you. Why don't you type it in so you say what the answer?
He's typing.
I can type.
All right, so they'll be available in the next day or so. They just came in.
Wild Wooey will be available.
But we're going to give it away right now.
And Candace here is saying that she can't find the black plum on the website. So that's also because I think we just shot the photo for that today, and we'll have it ready to go listed.
Longer, but the Wild Wooey should be available.
Well, you can do a wish list, right, John? On the Wild Wooey?
You can do, your inventory alerts on Wild Wooey, Black Plum, check next week.
All right, it'll be there in another day. We have a holiday coming up, so we're losing a day.
All right, we have a good idea here from Jill. Would love to see a live tour of one of the stores.
Which one do you want to do, Al? Millerton.
We'll start with Millerton.
That's easy.
That's the easy one. Then we can go to Soho.
Right. Then we off to Tokyo.
Then in Tokyo. Yeah, I'm ready for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
What
know
about
how
Patrick
timing.
in Korea?
Patrick in Korea, would go see him.
Right.
We have a great comment here from Sandra, though. Excellent quality. Great essence and flavor. I love Olive Harney's tea. Each one has its benefit for our daily activity.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm glad you like our teas, and they help you out with your everyday benefits. Activities.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, we'll be getting more and more of these in the fall. The summer is over. So in 2 weeks, we hope to be doing it again.
Yeah,
Right
in 2
up.
weeks, we have to be talking about something in particular, huh? A couple things that we'll be launching in 2 weeks.
Well, that'll be then, not now.
Yeah.
So there is some surprises coming down the road. And then we have the catalog has been a little bit delayed because the lady that helped us out, unfortunately, she died. And we miss Philippa, and they have picked up the ball, but it's coming in a little slower. So it's supposed to go off to the printer in the next week or so.
Yeah, I think I just handed in the last photos.
You have handed in the last photos. Great. Well, we raise our cup to you and we thank you. Here's some special English breakfast, nice and strong. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Bye.